Crypto regulation is no longer a distant worry. It's here and it's evolving fast. So whether you're new to digital assets or deep in DeFi, the rules are shifting beneath our feet. So what's happening with crypto laws around the world? And why are some coins treated like stocks, others like property, and some just outright banned? And most importantly, what do you need to know to stay ahead of it all? Stick around because in this video we are breaking down the current state of crypto regulation, what it is, how it works, who's in charge, and what could be coming next. So let's start with the basics. Crypto regulation is just the set of legal and procedural frameworks governments use to control the world of digital assets. It sounds simple until you realise that every country does it differently. Some embrace blockchain, others fear it. And regulations can govern everything from how crypto is created, bought, or sold, to how it's taxed and how it integrates with the rest of the financial system. Now, good regulation isn't the enemy. In fact, strong and clear rules could be exactly what crypto needs to go mainstream. And here are some of the things that thoughtful regulation can actually do. It can protect investors from scams and pump and dumps. It can boost transparency with clear info and reporting. It can fight crime if you think about money laundering or financing terror groups. It makes tax rules crystal clear so there is no confusion, and increases investor confidence and market stability. And it can even help blockchains actually talk to each other. Now let's talk about the messier side, US crypto regulation. Right now, there is no single law or even a unified view on what crypto actually is. Different agencies have different definitions. The SEC says that crypto is a security. The Securities and Exchange Commission actually wants to regulate tokens like stocks. So that would mean strict registration. If we look back to 2023, they filed lawsuits against major players like Coinbase. And then in 2024, they actually surprised us by approving Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. The CFTC says that no, crypto is actually a commodity, just like oil or gold. The CFTC regulates crypto futures markets and insists that it's their territory. And then you've also got the IRS, which is saying that it's property. And that means that every trade or sale is taxable. So you'll owe capital gains tax, just like selling a house or stock. If you add in state-level rules and evolving things like court decisions, and you've got a confusing patchwork that investors have to navigate daily. Okay, so the US isn't the only player, so let's take a world tour. In Canada, crypto platforms must register with regulators. Crypto is taxed like a commodity, just like oil and gold, and ETFs are live on the Toronto Stock Exchange. In the UK, they don't regulate cryptocurrencies directly, but they do regulate crypto companies. The FCA watches for money laundering, and crypto ads are under strict scrutiny. Tax-wise, crypto is treated as a capital asset. Switzerland seemed to be a progressive and crypto-friendly country. In 2020, it passed laws enabling DLT securities, which is a big move towards tokenizing financial instruments. And then, of course, we've got places like El Salvador. Bitcoin is legal tender there, so you can pay your taxes in it, and foreign investors enjoy tax breaks on Bitcoin gains. So these examples just show a wide spectrum from strict control to full adoption. Now, of course, regulation has a dark side too. It can limit market access, especially for people in countries with harsh rules. It can also slow innovation, especially when startups get buried in things like compliance paperwork. There's jurisdictional confusion, which can make it hard to enforce or even understand global crypto laws. And it also increases the cost of doing business, because if you need more lawyers, you need more audits, this is more barriers and it's just more expense. So if you're an investor, it means staying constantly updated or risk falling foul of things like new rules. And finally, more regulation can actually hurt prices by reducing demand or squeezing out certain products. So where does this leave us? Well, one thing is clear: crypto regulation is inevitable. Done right, it can protect investors, deter crime, and help the industry grow. But poorly implemented or enforced through things like lawsuits instead of legislation, it can just make everything harder. And if you're in the crypto space, now is the time to understand the current rules in your region, stay alert to new legislation and agency guidance, and most importantly, don't assume what's true today will still apply tomorrow, because crypto may be decentralized, but regulation that's very much centralized, and it's moving fast. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. What do you think is the best way to regulate crypto? Let's talk, and I'll see you in the next one.